Hi friends, today we gonna learn about interesting yet powerful model that is Spotify Scaling Agile Model with one of its components that is chapters in Agile. Friends, believe me, we are using few best practices with our client with multiple vendor setup from last 3 years and it's a very effective model. So friends, stay with me till end of this video. We'll explain each and every steps. In this video, we are going to cover history, what is chapter, why we need chapters, how does chapter work, define your own chapter, what is chapter backlog, chapter leaders, their role and responsibilities, how to start the chapters, and at the end, as a chapter member, what should I expect? Let's see each and every steps one by one. My name is Sunand Sharma and welcome to our YouTube channel Careers Talk. I'm an Agile consultant and if you are visiting our channel Careers Talk first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. When you subscribe to this channel, you will get 3 benefits. The very first benefit is for your next Scrum Master project manager interviews, you will be more confident after watching real world interviews, questions and answers from large multinational companies which I am posting regularly. The second benefit is you will learn more about different exams, certifications like PMP, PSM, CSM, Scale Agile. The third benefit is you will learn a lot from videos on project management, agile methodologies, along with different frameworks like Scrum, SAFe, and Kanban. Friends, every single week I will upload at least one video for you. So click on subscribe button right away and make sure you hit the bell icon to turn on the notification. And friends, at the end of the video, if you like my efforts, please hit like button. Your one like is big motivation for me. Friends, Spotify has become a popular music player company and started in 2008. Spotify company introduced this interesting model for their company, and this model is very popular in Agile community. Initially, the company started with Scrum methodology when they have very fewer employees, but later on when they started to grow, they thought of scaling. Therefore, they started utilizing Agile scaling in their own way. Now they have 30 different Agile teams that are spread across 4 cities in different time zone. Friends, apart from chapters, there are other components as well like squads, tribe, guild, trio, alliance, chief architect, but the scope of this video is only till chapters. Okay friend, so what is a chapter? So the main idea behind chapters is how to share the knowledge within the company if everybody is a member of some agile restrain, arts or different scrum teams. How is knowledge going to be spread? And what about different principles, practices, framework, expertise and tools? So you can see over here, a chapter is a kind of community. A chapter is an open group of people working for the company who have the same job role and are interested in the same topic supported by the chapter. The chapter can be based on expertise or based on topic. Some chapters are officially established and some might appear naturally as more and more people are interested in the solution of the same problem. Friends, you can see over here, we can have few chapters based on different practices. For example, DevOps chapter from Java or Ruby or chapter of developers, or you can say based on roles, chapters of Scrum Masters, chapters of test engineers, chapter of UX designers, chapter of system engineers. So like this, based on the role and expertise, you can divide your chapters. Now the reason is why we need chapters. Now sometimes what happens that many teams focus on different parts of product and different systems. So though as a team you are working on a big large program, but you will not know or came to know about what is happening with the different teams at their place. what are the different best practices which those people which they are working on, especially when you are working with multiple vendor. So that is a big issue. The same and different problem at the same time. Now you might, different teams might follow the same kind of problem, the challenges, but they are trying to resolve it their own way. There is no common forum where they all can come and think about the problem statement and the solution. Missing information. Now sometimes what happen, some transition would happen from different vendor, and in between the transition the important information is lost. So this is a forum where you can go back and check with your different vendors or with the other team members who are already present at that time, or maybe the client is also there in that different meetings. So you can have lot of opportunity to get that information, missing knowledge. So let's say you are just joined that particular company or group, and you don't know even working on one specific tool which client is using. So it's very well that you can ask there that, okay, can someone help me with the training or something like that, and it's just there. No learning, just doing. So this is again one important thing when we are doing our day-to-day work. Sometimes we forget to learn. So this is a place where you all can come together, have a focused learning. So again, it's a very good example or advantage of having chapters. Repeated mistakes of other. So the idea is, why to invent the wheel? If someone has already done some mistake in the past, let's learn from them. So whenever you share your challenges, issues, someone will be there to help you out. Sometimes we feel like it's just a one-man battle. No one is there to care or help us. So again, it's an important place. It's just like a community of a same like-minded people. No company minimum standard of agile. So you might have seen this many times that, okay, one team is very good following a lot of processes, but then other team is not that, compared to the other different teams. So you can establish all the standards, you can learn from others. Together our voice will be stronger. So it's again important thing. So for example, let's say all my different three different vendors or then multiple teams, they are asking for some specific change or need. So based on the input from all these people, you can always go back to the client, and you can propose some kind of solution that, okay, we require this thing in our engagement, and it will very well be taken and it will be done in a no minutes. Friends, I have seen in with my experience, if client will come and say similar thing, our management is very fast to act on those things. Okay, so believe me, this chapter going to be very beneficial for you if you're going to start one in your company and it's not working right now. So how does this chapter work? So first of all, this is again a cadence based system. So though I mentioned once per month, but the idea is, if you are beginning your chapter, I suggest to have every fortnight or every 15 days, 2 weeks, maybe after sprint is over. So that's what we have done. We have our chapters every when the sprint is over. So it's up to you guys, but normally it's once per month is enough. So, and people can join anywhere. So your offshore team members can also join, they can also participate and share. Sometimes they have a feeling that they are left out, so they can also come into those forums and they can share their learnings over there. And again, as we have discussed, the chapters are split into smaller expertise group which work on selected improvements. And once that has been done, so a lot of POCs kind of stuff we are doing, with a different team. So some UX team is there or some testing team is there. So they are working on some automated tool. And once that tool is completed, that tool has been shared among different vendors or different teams, multiple teams. So everyone will get benefit out of it. Okay, so define your chapter. So every chapter has some particular problem statement, like what exactly they are going to do. So to build a chapter, you must first find out what defines it, why it should exist, for who, what kind of problems are you are going to solve. So that chapter must be interesting for people to participate, to be a member. So first of all, you should define whether, let's say for example, a Scrum Master chapter. So you should mention your vision, what exactly this chapter is about going to do, right? So this is just one of the example which I pasted. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so very important thing is chapter backlog. Now, if you see over here, these are the common pain points which I am sure most of the companies, I am sure your companies is also facing, at least if not, but some of them. So again, chapter backlog is evolving over the period of time, and you can see a lot of things in this. For example, root cause analysis, different tools, continuous improvement, processes, need improvement, feedback, standards, practices, impediments, information sharing, all those things, people, culture. There are the different cultural issue as well. Sometimes people not understand what is happening at on-site and then offshore. So a lot of these kind of small issues, but they have a large impact. So you can mention all those things in a backlog, and later on you can work on those based on the priority. So again, a chapter backlog is similar to our product backlog kind of. So we have a proper chapter backlog where all our issues, challenges, things which we required, everything is there in the chapter backlog. Okay, the other important thing is the chapter leader. So what we are doing, so now we have three different vendors. So we nominated one chapter lead from each vendor. So there should not be any kind of power struggle. And those three chapter leads based on PI, we are shuffling them. So every PI we have one chapter lead from one vendor team, and the different PI we have a different chapter lead. So the main goal of chapter lead is to establish a healthy community and a communication. Okay, so there are a lot of things. It's not that easy if it sounds like. So as a chapter leader, you have to involve with all the different group members. You have to invite them. You have to share the outcome. The important thing is outcome of this chapters. That can be any chapter, Scrum Master chapter or testing chapter or a Java test chapter, any chapter. The outcomes of that chapter is shared with the management, both your internal management and the client management. So they are also very much interested what is happening, how you are going to improve, what else for them. Okay, this is like a icing on cake. Okay, you are delivering your normal stuff, but what else you are bringing to the client. So all those things are come as an outcome of these chapters and which we are going to present to the customer. Okay, so as a chapter leader you have to coordinate with different team members. As a moderator, you have to help with the transparency because a lot of vendors are participating, right? So it should be very clear who is doing what. If let's say if you are working on some particular POC, what is the deadlines, ETAs, so everyone should aware about what is happening, so it's a very good, I mean, till now with my experience, it's a very good thing to have in your company if you don't have. Okay, so how to start the chapter? Very important thing. Now, let's say you are all are charged up and you really want to start the chapter. So what are the different things which you require to start the chapter? Okay, so first of all, identify the necessity of your community. What will the problem statement? Okay, and identify the possible members. So who will be my target audience? It is specific to Scrum Masters, it's specific to POs, it is specific to any technology related. So identify those community and those target members. Organize the first meetup. So in very first meetup is this very formal meetup where you can share your ideas, take the ideas from others. So organize your first meetup. Think about the community name. Yeah, you can give them some funky name to your chapter, something like that. Think about the objectives. So please jot it down some of the top three objectives, like what you are going to achieve, and the elevator statement, and because these things are, you need to share with the client that okay, these are my objective for this particular chapter. This is what we are going to achieve out of it. Okay. The other important thing is mailing list. What will be your communication channel if someone has to communicate with you? Is a Skype, a Slack channel, or whatever. Define all those things. Make one mailing list and make sure that one member from client or one member from your higher management is also part of that mailing list. So they should also get, updates, timely updates. Invite other people into community as and when you require. You can free feel to bring your RTs or any other product managers or agile coaches, whatever. You can invite other people based on your need and requirement. Write down and continuous update your web pages where anybody can find information. Yeah, so in our case we have web pages, but it's up to you. It's not a mandatory thing. The important thing is the continuous update. That's the key. So people should know that okay, this chapter is there and they are working on some particular items, and we will also get benefit out of it. So please keep feeding the important updates to all the stakeholders within the company, other vendors, and your client. Groom the first themes and put them into community backlog. Yeah, you all people can come and jot it down all your pain points, and with the based of 3 dot voting technique or any technique, you can just prioritize that and you can start working on that. Agree on meetup dates. Again, very important. Sometimes in real world challenges, issues, it's always happen that some clashes will be there, some other meetings will crop up and people will not come up. So ensure that either this will happen on that day when you don't have any other different meetings, sprint plannings or retrospectives or something like that. So have it in between all those ceremonies. If possible, have it after maybe like Friday evening kind of thing, where you can also have some kind of snacks, beers, something like that. Make it more interesting so that people will come and join. So meet and meet again. Yeah, that's the important thing. Everyone should meet. Even if you don't have time, as I have mentioned you, please go there, try to be there. Your presence will also very important over there. Sometimes you don't have anything to say, but again you will learn from someone else what is happening in their area. So I always try to be there. I never miss these chapter meetings, at least till now. So yeah, friends, this is how you can start your chapter. And friends, please feel free to ask me any other things if I have missed till now, and if you have any doubts or something like that, please feel ask me, post in comments. I will very much happy to give you the answer. Yeah, so as a chapter member, what should I expect? So this is the question which everyone should ask themselves. Okay, the very first thing is active participation. So this chapter is a live, so we require people which who are full of energy, who full of ideas. Sometimes we don't have any forum. Maybe we have some ideas, suggestions, but we sometimes feel like, oh, our management is not going to listen or our client is not going to listen. So as this is very, and in the beginning also I made one point that if we go collectively as a voice, definitely the people will going to hear you. Okay, so if you have any kind of suggestion, ideas, we really want to do some changes in your project, please come over here. There is a lot about, it's not only about individual, it's all about community. So please come participate in sessions, provide different ideas to chapter backlogs, vote for the ideas that need to be explained, solved, actively participate in the solution of ideas, to validate the solution with the squad, if knowledge, and look for new approaches which can help squad and company stay innovative, to publish ideas as blog posts, webinars, if you are interested in, simply to share the knowledge. So as an individual member, you will get a lot of benefits if you will be a part of any chapters. Friends, I am sure you have enjoyed and learned something new today from this video. Please do not forget to click and this red subscribe button and a big like. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more such videos. Have a nice day.